which means you're going to pay taxes on $200,000 because you are change 3. The free lunch is over. Section 274. This one's a kick in the teeth. You used to buy your employees lunch, sandwiches, coffee. You could take a write-off for the value of the food and meals that you provided for your employees. So if you ran a business and you made, let's call it $100,000 a year, and you spent $10,000 on food and beverages for employees. I know that's a lot of money to spend, but you get the idea. If you spend 10 grand on food and beverages for employees, you could take a $5,000 write-off, which means, yeah, you spent $10,000, but you only get to write off $5,000, which means you would have to pay taxes on $95,000. That's how it was. Well, now under this new proposal, you don't get to do that anymore. You're not going to get a write-off on food and beverages you provide to your employees. So even if you spend that $10,000 on food and beverage for employees, it comes out of your personal pocket. You don't get change 4, the student loan. If you work for a company and you have student loans, this is good news for you because now there are ways for your employer to help subsidize and pay off some of your student loans and not pay taxes on that money. Take a read. Student loan repayments made by employers to their employees were temporarily tax-free to the employee, but now they are permanently tax-free. And change number 5, which isn't really a change, it's an extension, is keeping the corporate tax rate at 21%. Let me diagram how this works because I think there's a lot of misconceptions on how corporate tax rates work. Let's assume you are right here and you start this corporation right here. And now your corporation goes out and sells stuff and you make money and you have expenses. So you make, let's call it $200,000 and you have expenses of $100,000. So now you have a profit of $100,000. By the way, this is not for LLCs. I'm talking about C corporations specifically. If you have this profit of $100,000 in this corporation has to pay a corporate tax on that money. Today, that corporate tax was extended to be at 21%. If this tax code, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, was not extended, it would have gone up to 35%. But it's going to stay at 21%, which means about $20,000 of this money, $21,000, is going to go in taxes. So now there's going to be $79,000 left in this bank account. And that's when you as the owner can take some of this money out.
For more success content, earning opportunities, and endless giveaways, be sure to visit wealthhealthself.com.